All right, so today we're going to deep dive into XRP.
Yeah.
You know, you sent over some reports that caught my eye, and it's really interesting what's been going on.
Right.
And I kind of wanted to unpack that, like
Yeah.
what's significant and, and maybe like what could happen next.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got some pretty wild price movements. We've got analyst predictions all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And then just all these other factors, that could push XRP up
Right.
or could hold it back. So
Right.
yeah, let's dig in here. So first off, XRP saw a huge jump, like 15% on March 19th,
Yeah, I saw that.
hitting $2.55.
Yeah.
So what drove that?
Well, it's interesting because it seems very tied to Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse suggesting that the SEC might drop their appeal in this whole legal battle they've had going on. And that kind of news obviously injected a lot of optimism into the market.
Makes sense, yeah, because that's a big deal. I mean, if the SEC back off, that's huge for them.
Huge.
So, but then the reports also noted that the price did settle a bit later in the day, trading between $2.33 and $2.50.
Right.
So is that just the market kind of like taking a breath?
Yeah, it's really typical to see some profit taking after such a quick rise.
Yeah.
The market kind of pauses, takes a breath, and reacts a little bit. It also shows that while the legal news is really important, there's obviously still other factors at play in the market too.
Right. No, that makes sense. So let's look ahead now because the analysts seem to have like a pretty wide range of outlooks on this.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's this guy, Ali Martinez, who is super bullish on XRP,
Oh,
thinks it could go to $15. And
$15.
I
Wow.
know, right?
Yeah.
He's pointing to this long-term chart pattern called a symmetrical triangle, which basically means there was this period of price consolidation since 2018, and these often precede a big move. He's also pointing to the fact that there's a record number of XRP wallets right now, which seems to indicate growing adoption. So,
Okay, yeah. I mean, $15 is ambitious to say the least.
Mhm.
Then you got some more moderate forecasts, like Coinpedia sees it hitting 674 by the end of the year, and they're betting on more institutions, getting involved.
right.
And then Digital Coin Price even said $10 is possible in like a really optimistic scenario.
Yeah.
So you've got this whole range, right, from like Martinez's crazy target to these more measured ones.
Yeah.
And I guess that really shows you how much uncertainty there is and how differently these analysts weigh technical patterns versus wider market adoption.
Exactly. And those more moderate views, they're probably factoring in just how volatile crypto can be and the fact that you need sustained positive developments for those bigger numbers to play out.
Right. And then you have like EGRAG crypto
Oh, yeah.
with this super speculative $33 to $70 range.
Humans out there.
It's out there. They're talking about XRP's utility and how resilient it's been in the market, but they're also giving clear warnings about, regulation and technical hurdles that it has to overcome.
Right. They're not sugarcoating it.
So you really do have a whole spectrum of possibilities here. It's pretty wild.
It is.
So what about the short term though? What are the people who watch the price day to day? What are they looking at right now?
So right now it looks like XRP is in a consolidation phase between about 205 and 272. That $2 level seems to be key support.
Okay.
If it drops below that, it could signal further decline. But then on the flip side, 250 to 265, that range is acting as resistance. If it breaks through that, then we might see it move towards 280
Gotcha.
or even 340 if it gains enough momentum.
Interesting. So, and we can't forget about this SEC lawsuit that's just kind of hanging over everything, right?
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. It's still critical. I mean, as we saw with that recent price jump, even just the suggestion of a positive outcome for Ripple
Right.
has a massive impact. So, if they fully win this thing,
Yeah.
that could push XRP way past its previous high of 355. We could see $5 or even more. Who knows?
It's crazy how much power that one lawsuit has.
Yeah, it's wild.
So, and it's not just the legal stuff though, right? There's other developments too.
That's right. There's a lot of buzz about potential XRP ETFs in the US, especially after Brazil went ahead and launched one.
Oh yeah.
So that's creating this really positive sentiment and could attract way more investment.
Okay, so that's good for them, but there are also some potential bumps in the road, right?
There are, on March 19th, technical indicators like the RSI hit overbought levels, which basically means the buying might have gotten a bit too enthusiastic in the short term, and that can sometimes lead to a price correction.
I see.
Plus, we can't ignore the broader crypto market trends.
Yeah.
What Bitcoin has a big influence.
Of course, yeah.
And then there's also big economic decisions coming up, like what the Federal Reserve decides to do. So while there's definitely potential for XRP to go up, we got to keep in mind all those factors that could push down on it.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of. So it sounds like XRP is kind of in this waiting period right now, consolidating, and a lot depends on what happens with the lawsuit and if it can break through those key price levels.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, keeping an eye on those things is really key right now.
So basically, the XRP story right now is this blend of, exciting potential driven by possible legal wins and new investments, but it's balanced by the fact that the crypto markets, it's inherently up and down, and there's some signs that things are cooling off a bit in the short term.
It's a roller coaster ride for sure. What's really fascinating to me, though, is just how much influence one long-running legal battle can have on how the market perceives something and what it predicts for the future.
Mhm.
It makes you wonder, in this world of decentralized technologies, how much their path is ultimately shaped by, these regulatory landscapes.
Yeah, that is a great question, and definitely something for all of us to think about as we continue to watch this space.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for breaking all that down for us. And all you listeners out there, thanks for tuning in to The Deep Dive.
See ya
We'll catch you next time.
next time.